Truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is. And you must bend to its power or live a lie. Immature strategy is the cause of grief. That was a true saying. In my strategy, the footwork does not change. I always walk as I usually do in the street. You must never lose control of your feet. According to the enemy's rhythm, move fast or slowly, adjusting your body not too much and not too little. People in this world look at things mistakenly and think that what they do not understand must be the void. This is not the true void. It is bewilderment. Being like a rock wall is when a master of martial arts suddenly becomes like a rock wall, inaccessible to anything at all, immovable. In my school, no consideration is given to anything unreasonable. The heart of the matter is to use the power of the knowledge of martial arts to gain victory any way you can. There is a rhythm to everything, but particularly in the martial arts, if you do not train in its rhythm, it is difficult to succeed. In single combat, you must not fix the eyes on the details. As I said before, if you fix your eyes on details and neglect important things, your spirit will become bewildered, and victory will escape you. Step by step, walk the 1,000-mile road. Study strategy over the years and achieve the spirit of the warrior. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. It is bad for commanders and troopers to have likes and dislikes. Whenever opponents try to attack you, let them go ahead and do anything that is useless, while preventing them from doing anything useful. This is essential to military science. If the enemy thinks of the mountains, attack like the sea, and if he thinks of the sea, attack like the mountains. You must research this deeply. Whenever we have become preoccupied with small details, we must suddenly change into a large spirit, interchanging large with small. You should not have a favorite weapon. To become over-familiar with one weapon is as much a fault as not knowing it sufficiently well. Both in fighting and in everyday life, you should be determined though calm. Meet the situation without tenseness yet not recklessly, your spirit settled yet unbiased. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distanced view of close things. It is wrong to be inflexible. When your spirit is no longer foggy, when the clouds of bewilderment clear away, there is the true void. You should not have a favorite weapon. To become over-familiar with one weapon is as much a fault as not knowing it sufficiently well. In a battle of martial arts, victory is in knowing the rhythms of your various opponents, in using a rhythm your opponent will be unable to grasp, and in developing a rhythm of emptiness rather than one of wisdom. Everything can collapse. Houses, bodies, and enemies collapse when their rhythm becomes deranged. Generally speaking, the way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death. Although, in large-scale strategy, when the enemy starts to collapse, you must pursue him without letting the chance go. If you fail to take advantage of your enemy's collapse, they may recover. The teacher is as a needle. The disciple is as thread. You must practice constantly. To grip the sword, clasp the hilt loosely with your thumb and forefinger, moderately with the middle finger and tightly with the bottom two fingers. Both in fighting and in everyday life you should be determined though calm. Do not let the enemy see your spirit. You must achieve the spirit of not allowing the enemy to attack a second time. It is difficult to know yourself if you do not know others. Whatever your size, do not be misled by the reactions of your own body. With your spirit open and unconstricted, look at things from a high point of view. You must cultivate your wisdom and spirit. There are 4 ways in which men pass through life: as gentlemen, farmers, artisans, and merchants. Pragmatic thinking is essential. 1,000 days of training to forge, 10,000 days of training to refine. But a kendo bout is decided in a split second. The first of these basic principles is keeping inwardly calm and clear even in the midst of violent chaos. The second is not forgetting about the possibility of disorder in times of order. The gaze should be large and broad. This is the twofold gaze, perception and sight. Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distanced view of close things. Generally speaking, there are 4 walks of life: the ways of the knight, the farmer, the artisan, and the merchant.